Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 6 of Europa Universalis for As Castile. Technically, really this is sort of episode 2, version 2, because we restarted this campaign after I made a complete and utter dog's dinner of the first attempt. Little bit better on the RNG this time around as we're not instantly rival to Aragon at the start of the game. Took a while to get them friendly. I didn't think I was going to be able to get them to actually want to be my ally, but eventually their hostile status went away because they got some cores down here, I assume. Well, they wanted some provinces anyway, but we've eventually managed to get them happy enough that they stopped hating me. So we've got the alliance with Aragon and Portugal. Not rivaled to France, although Aragon are. So we may still end up having to fight France at this point. Now, what I'm trying to do here is the Reconquista. So we're trying to take over Granada. We've got 2 of the provinces. We lost our entire navy in the process. Now, Portugal have since declared war on Morocco, who are actually Granada's ally. Morocco have got this fleet down here that's blockading the strait, so I can't get over there. Oddly enough, Portugal haven't made any attempts whatsoever to move their units down there and deal with that rubbish. They've not even undocked their navy to go and try and deal with the blockade. So at the moment, Portugal are just losing this war, which is fine, because if they lose Ceuta, I mean, we can go ahead and take that ourselves, because that's both sides of the crossing. It's always a pain when Portugal holds Ceuta, because you need to go through it to get to the rest of the land that you've taken from Morocco. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Are we losing or are we gaining manpower? We are taking a little bit of attrition because of this siege. Can we detach another unit? No, we are at the minimum number. I'm just keeping these guys here to try and dissuade them from coming across the strait. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and move these cavalry down, and we can always go and reinforce this should they decide to come across. So we've actually won the siege of Granada, which is really nice. What we need to do now is get out of this war, but we've got no war score against Morocco at this point, which is really annoying. Let's group you guys back together. Now, Morocco are in another war. We might be able to get a white peace out of them, but no, it doesn't look like it. Because they still hold fairs. War score -2, length of war, ally in war. I guess we'll just have to wait a little bit. That's very annoying. Yeah, I can't even get over there. I do have a fleet, but the problem is if I try and get any troops across on this fleet of transports, it's just going to get sunk by these 3 heavies and 3 heavies and 9 lights, because Granada's navy's around and about somewhere as well. We can either lose 10 prestige or 50 admin power. I'd sooner take the prestige hit because I know that you always struggle with admin points as Castile. So we will go ahead and try and avoid that. Let's go ahead and just put you guys down here in Cadiz. Just you can reinforce Gibraltar more quickly if you need to. So, Portugal, are you considering at any point doing stuff? Now, I guess I can't offer vassalization while I'm at war. Oh, apparently I can. There we go, we've vassalized Navarra. Fantastic. So we should be able to diplomatically annex them before too long. Another 10 years, so 1460. So that should be good. Now, Aragon had the mission to do that. No, they've no longer got that mission because we've vassalized them. That's fine. Aragon will take another mission. Portugal is trying to expand the buffer zone, which is probably why they declared war on Morocco. Didn't work out too well for them. France has no mission. England has no mission. Burgundy wants to conquer Liège, which is fine. Brittany has no mission. Provence has no mission. Scotland want to advance the frontier into Northumberland. Okay. Looks like Ireland is starting to consolidate over there as well. How are things with Austria? What are you up to? No mission for Austria. Nothing for Naples, nothing for the Papal State. Not an awful lot going on around the world that we can see. Is Lithuania in a partnership with Poland? Yes, they are. So that's relatively normal. Great Horde seems to be blowing out a little bit here. Muscovy hasn't blobbed out yet. Novgorod is getting hella sieged out, which is fairly standard. Sweden is still a junior partner of Denmark in a war with Novgorod. That is fine. Oh, you've actually docked up some of your fleet. That is interesting. Portugal's fleet is now out. Now, the mistake you're making here, Portugal, is you're blockading them, but you're not actually trying to sink their fleet. This is what you should be doing, Portugal. You should be over here. Go and attack them, so then we can get across the strait. There's no point just blockading. Unless, of course, I can just get them out of this war. If I can get them out of the war, then that's fine. Yeah, the modifiers are starting to go away, but it's going to be a long time before I can get down there and do anything. I could go ahead and reduce my army maintenance, but there's a big possibility they might just march across if I do that. Royal marriage with Navarra has ended. Let's go ahead and get that back. So we have 9 lights. We would like, ideally, 1 more. So let's go and do... Oh, no, we are actually building another one. Okay, let's go and cancel one. So we'll have 10 lights, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to rebuild the heavies. We probably will want to get some form of navy, but we do struggle with money a little bit, and the heavies aren't all that useful, so maybe we will ignore them for the time being. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe we will just hold off on that one. So... Right, Portugal, move your navy in here and do something. I wish you could actually tell navies where to go. You know, you can sort of click on a land target and set it as an objective for one of your vassals or something, but you've got no way to do that with... well, you can't do it with allies, you can only do it with vassals, but it would be nice if they actually moved in there. It's only 3 lights. Portugal have got 2 heavies and 1 light. But you've also got a really good admiral. See, I could potentially move out with these guys, but then the rest of their navy might well come out to try and join in. Actually, it doesn't look like they're going to. Right, there's the rest of the navy. Oh no, that's Granada's navy. Yeah, now Granada's navy's joining in. And we lost a fair few ships there again as well. So that was unfortunate. What happened to Portugal? Portugal just stayed sitting over here and doing nothing. If Portugal had have actually got involved with that... Actually, are Portugal about to throw down? Navarra's about to throw down. I'd love to help you out there, Navarra, but I really don't have the repairs done here. Trade efficiency, sure. How badly beaten up are you guys? Let's go and get you thrown in. We've almost lost another one here, but if we can get that fleet down... How on earth did we lose that? The Renaissance has now fired. Yeah, there's the Moroccan navy. Did you drop anybody off over here? Just checking. Yeah, if Portugal actually come down here and clear this navy up, we might have a chance of being able to get some troops across the strait. There we go. Portugal are now engaging their navy. Why aren't you... Where's your 2-star admiral that you had a second ago? 3 lights. 3 lights. 2 lights. Trying to help out as much as I can here. Getting some terrible rolls. There we go. Portugal had a good roll there. Oh, no, they've rolled an 8. We've rolled a 9. They're about to put some more ships in... Not sure we're going to win that one. Oh, we lost. That was so close as well. Their ships got almost totally destroyed. The problem is, of course, the Granadan navy here is only at war with myself and Navarra, which means that Portugal aren't going to take that navy out. So Yeah, Navarra's retreated because they don't want Morocco to attack them, which is fine. Loses stability to lose 1 inflation or gain 3 inflation. I guess we're going to have to take that unfortunate stab hit. Let's go ahead and put that straight back up. So yeah, what I was hoping for is to get all of... Oh, all of the fleets are currently disappeared. Now, getting across here is probably a really stupid idea. Because we'll have no way to retreat. I'm not confident about doing that. You guys... -33. Yeah, the problem I can see is I'd really need to get both armies across to be safe. I'll probably get one army across and then instantly get reblocked. And then if that's the case and they beat me in the fight, I'm not going to have anywhere to retreat to and I'm going to get stack wiped. So I think we've taken heavy enough losses for me not to want to really get involved with that. So let's try and build up our light fleet again. We're just basically going to have to wait out the timer on this one, I think. That's annoying because I'd have preferred to have been able to be a little more proactive, but what else can I do? You know, Portugal have started a war down here that they don't seem interested in participating in, which is always interesting. The AI in this game does do some weird things sometimes. Portugal must be, yeah, -37, look at that. So Tangiers is the war goal. And Portugal haven't even made an effort to come down here and do anything yet. Probably don't need to keep improving with Navarra. We will do at some point. Let's go ahead and improve relations with Portugal because we're not maxed here. Now, who else dislikes France? Austria. We could maybe get friendly with Austria. Austria don't hate me. Let's go ahead and improve relations over there. We're not at our max relationship limit either. So we could potentially get an alliance with Austria. That could be interesting. They are a little far away, so they may not be interested in it. Mostly because we're at war. They do have too many diplomatic relations. Our army strength is low. Distance between borders is hardly a factor. So if we could get our army strength up a little bit. Mind you, it's still a problem that they have too many diplomatic relations. They've got a lot of alliances already. But you never know how things are going to change. So while Portugal are making a right mess of their war over here, at least we are still doing relatively okay in ours. Yes, we've lost a few ships. Can we get Aragon to join? You still won't come in, will you? Because the month is more than 30 months. That's fine. See, we're now getting the call for peace, which I would absolutely love to do. Will you guys peace out first? -25. And you guys aren't going to give me everything, are you? Oh, you actually are. You're willing to do it. And all of your money. Sure. Okay, that's the end of that war then. Fine. Let's go ahead and move you over there. We will keep that fort there because it's very, very useful as it blocks movement through here. Well, at least it would do if it always worked with the AI when it was supposed to. So let's go ahead and get those cored. We have a new mission. Rival of our rival. This is Provence's opinion of us. I'm sure we can manage that. So, Provence is getting the crap sieged out of them at the moment, but let's go ahead and improve relations over there. And let's start getting our non-existent trade fleet back together. Yeah, Morocco's actually landing troops in Portugal now. So, let's group you up. You are going to go back to protecting trade in Safi. Repair if slightly damaged. And we do have some more ships being produced. We'll probably have to manually sort of line them up. So Portugal may actually win their war now. Unfortunately, I do have a truce against Morocco, which makes life a little bit difficult. Otherwise, we could have actually gone over there and got something done. But are these ships actually forming up? It looks like they might be. So we can change the religion Gain a free stability. Right, so we can either gain a skill 1 Inquisitor. It gives us reduced tax, manpower, and additional local unrest in Gibraltar, Granada. Does give us Reform Desire. Or we can gain a free stability and lose Reform Desire. It is nice to change, to sort of flip those provinces over. But I think, yeah, I think we've got to do it. I think we need to change them all over as quickly as possible. Just makes life a lot easier for us. We don't have to reform. We've got corruption. We've got some unrest, which is fine. Only a little bit, though. So let's go and turn the army maintenance down. We will have to keep our eye on that rebel faction, and if it gets too big, put the army maintenance back up. But we're going to try and rebuild the trade fleet. So we've got 6 at the moment. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully they'll all form up. Do we want to get a military advisor? The extra discipline would be nice. We could go for the maintenance modifier and save money, which would have probably been the sensible thing to do. Now I think about it, because who am I going to be at war with? So this is another problem that you can have with Castile. Is Castile and later on Spain can be very strong, but in the early game they're a little bit weak. So you have to play a long game with Castile before they're really strong enough to do anything. Are Morocco no longer allowed to be my rival? Morocco are indeed no longer allowed to be my rival. So it's Portugal or Aragon, and I don't really want to rival either of those. Apparently I don't have to, which is good. I have no free diplomats. Let's bring you back from Portugal. Revoke our embargo. So, Portugal, old buddy, old pal, why don't you like me as much? You have a claim, aggressive expansion, well that'll burn down. Let's keep improving that relation. Our improved relation is only at 54. So that's fine. How are things going with Austria? They still wouldn't accept an alliance. Mostly because they have too many diplomatic relations. If they didn't have those, we wouldn't have a problem here. If they lose a diplomatic relation somehow, then we could possibly get them as an ally, which would be interesting. We just need a big war between England and France so that we can maybe jump in and capitalise. Let's go and get the Diplotech. We might even be able to get an admin tech soon as well. Lose 10 prestige, or the nobility loses 5 loyalty and we get... Oh, we're already in negative prestige. Still, it will trend up, so let's go ahead and do it anyway. So what are we waiting on at the moment? We have a mission which was sucking up to Provence, which we're working on right now. And then we'd like to try and take some land from Morocco. What about Tlemcen? You are allied with Tunis. Now that's something we could probably deal with. We do have the problem of the navies, of course. That's always an issue. But we might be able to do something with that. This fleet isn't actually doing anything. You should be protecting trade in Safi. Hopefully you'll all sort of merge up together at some point. Which is kind of the plan. We might have to do it manually. That does happen sometimes. Oh no, they are actually all merging up. That is good. Maria Theresa I of Austria has been elected as the Empress. There's all of our coring done. Fantastic. We can make a new state. So if we were to turn this into a state, we'd make a fair bit more money from it. Let's go ahead and core it. 136 admin points is quite a lot, but it'll be worth doing. We do have some estates demanding control of provinces. It is the clergy, because of course it is. Do we really... Well, I don't really want to give you control of provinces, but I guess we kind of have to. You expect to have how much? 15%. This would put you up to 15.9. Fine, done. You are happy. So we're probably going to avoid getting in too many wars for the time being. We can't really afford to anyway. What is our naval limit? We have taken some more... Right, we've got 2 in production. So we can get 1 more. So let's go ahead and work on another. We do have a possible rebellion, so let's go ahead and put up our army maintenance. Now, what's going on here with our current ruler? Improved relations, negative 20%. We've got extra missionary strength and +1 possible advisor. Our heir is infertile. Oh yeah, our heir, this 000 guy who's terrible. Who we need to get killed in a war as quickly as possible. See, that having him always as your heir means that he's almost certainly going to end up as your ruler at some point, which means you're almost certainly going to end up in the Civil War. Apparently we've now been... See, you are now our rival. Yeah, we can rival you again, so let's go ahead and do that. As expected, they actually won the war, and they took Ceuta back. So we definitely want to build up a navy. Maybe we do want to get some heavies. See, now I can't embargo them because we still have that truce, which is very annoying. I had to revoke the embargo because they were no longer a valid rival. And because they've taken 1 province, they are now a valid rival. So yeah, I think we probably do need to get some heavies. We've got quite a bit of money in the bank, actually. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we failed our mission. Oh, and we've got a revolt. Okay. Let's just go ahead and... queue up a heavy. We do have our leader there, so we should be able to win that battle. We are the defender. At least we were at full morale. There we go. We will lose a little bit of money while we're reinforcing, but that is fine. I assume Provence has been wiped out then. Yeah, it all belongs to the Papal State in France now. That's why we failed the mission, because they no longer exist. Incorporate Navarra into our country. There's still 5 years before we can do that. But improving our prestige, getting our prestige to 50 is very unlikely, so we will go ahead and take that mission. We will see if we can pull that off. Let's go ahead and do what I said I was going to do and try and get a couple more heavies. We'll try and get back to 3. We'll probably have to keep them mothballed for a while. We can go ahead now and reduce the army maintenance again because we are not at war. So we do still have a few men to recover, but we should make some money back. I'm going to end the video here, however, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Castile. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.